If this is your first time gardening, I want to talk about something that you want to think about before you plant any of your veggies outside. Hi there, I'm Lani and welcome to my channel. So behind me, you'll see some of my plants right here, and this pretty much sums up what I have growing as far as my summer crops. Now I have already planted my cool season crops and they are on my raised beds right now in other parts of the garden, but my summer crops are right here, and at the moment what I'm doing is I'm hardening them off. This is the early stage of hardening them off, and that's a very important step that you want to take before you start planting any of the crops that you're gonna grow outside. You're gonna wanna slowly acclimate them to the outdoor conditions. A lot of plants have issues because they are not properly acclimated to the outdoor conditions. We call that process hardening off. And hardening off is something that you should not skip absolutely, because a lot of times the plant will struggle, or if not that, the plant can even die. So you're gonna want to slowly acclimate them, and you do that with a process called hardening off. With hardening off, the usual thing that gardeners do is you take the plant outside for about an hour and you take them in a shaded area first, and then you take them inside, and you do the same process, but the following day you expose it to the sunlight and maybe about the similar hour, and you take them back inside, and you slowly do that until you gradually increase the amount of exposure to the sunlight and wind. But for some people it can be very hard to do. So what I have learned recently is that I can actually start keeping the plant outside as long as the temperature is okay with the plant, meaning if it's a summer crop, the temperature should be good enough for summer crops. So I wouldn't take out my plants until about 70 degrees outside, which is the case for this week. So I wanted to harden up my plants, that's why they are out here. And same goes with cool season veg. I took out my cool season veg while it was still cold because they can handle the cold temperature. And that's also the reason why I always start with cool season veggies, because I know that I can maximize my growing time by starting with cool season plants first and then the warm season plants. Now I may be planting them at the same time because there are a few plants that I plant at the same time, but what gets taken out depends on the type of plant. If they are frost tender, they are gonna stay inside. If they are cold hardy, they are going to be taken outside as soon as possible, just like your cauliflower, bok choy, spinach, lettuce, things like that. But plants just like tomatoes, turmeric, ginger, tomatoes, things like that, those are going to wait inside the house until the temperature is good enough for them to be taken outside. Now April 15 is the average last frost date in our zone. April can actually be a confusing month for gardeners or even for a lot of people, because this is when you experience the highs and the lows within 1 week. Sometimes there was a week where you basically experience from summer to winter all in 1 week. So it can be a tricky month to grow and to start planting outside, but a lot of people get fooled by the warm season for a stretch of 1 week, and then next thing you know there's frost advisory. So this is why I have learned to not do so much when it comes to planting. In the first year I have planted everything, so I have the pressure to actually start planting because the plant starts growing so fast, and next thing you know I'm running out of space inside. So to take that pressure out, it's much better if you actually plan your planting. So know the vegetables that grow well in the cold season and know the ones that grow well in the warm season. And then you can plan which plants you're going to start first. And that way you don't have a problem of having the pressure of taking plants out and then having to deal with the frost. Although there are ways to protect the plants once you planted them outside, but if you don't want the stress, it's much better if you plan ahead or plan better. Even for me, I still struggle when it comes to planning certain crops, especially with pepper, because what you would notice behind me, I have two peppers right here. So this one right here is a pepper plant. This is a perfect example. Say I have two plants here. This is a Scotch bonnet and this is a jalapeno pepper. Both of them were planted at the same time, but as you notice, the hotter variety, which is the Scotch bonnet, took a lot more time for it to grow bigger. There's actually 2 plants in there, but normally they don't get affected by that. They will still do okay even if there's 2 plants in there. I actually need to give it the separate space, but anyway, this Scotch bonnet still grows much slower than the jalapeno pepper. I should have known this one because this happened to me a few years ago, but I still keep doing it. But jalapeno pepper is just one of my favorite variety of pepper. That's why I would always grow it every year. I'm really learning, especially this year, that I do not have to start this very early. I can probably start this around the same time I planted my tomatoes, or maybe a little earlier than that, but I do not have to start this one very early because they grow quite fast, especially this variety. The variety is called Park Swapper Jalapeno. So this one grow really big peppers, and that's why they're one of my favorites. Another thing that I actually don't start really early as well are squash, zucchini, melon, watermelon, cucumbers. Those I have not started yet, so as tomatoes, but they are definitely the ones that I would plant way later because they are more frost sensitive. Pepper can actually handle a little bit of cold, but they're still a little bit more tender, so I wouldn't leave them outside when there's a frost advisory. That's it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next one. Bye bye.